Welcome to Tidbit Talkin. This series is just spewing out assorted thoughts about boatloads of entertainment media. Some ideas are serious, others not so much. There will be spoilers for the series currently featured, but generally only vague references to any other connected ones in a shared universe. Now, with all that out of the way, here we go. The Incredible Hulk returns. Part of the self-loathing Banner's justification for attempting to settle down with someone despite the whole absolutely real uncontrolled killing risk thing could very well involve said individual being a medical doctor. Specifically, he'd be willing to give things a go, because she may be capable of spotting potential Hulk transformation lack-related side effects. Things along the lines of strange bulging while asleep, or just waking up, for example. That reporter who refers to this transponder as big and important may be emphasizing the former because there have been project info leaks which revealed its size. If anything, folks were probably comfortable with blabbing about this should be tightly secured work out of spite over how much this mysterious nobody scientist was getting favored by upper management. Speaking of which, Professor Fake Identity would be comfortable using his real last name and its preceding initials as an access code because he can simply just tell others Banner Database is what he just always calls his most important code lumps. Anyway, this particular gamma radiation expert incarnation's main source of big green dude morph enabling rage seems to be inward targeted pissiness. Thus, the potential of possibly physically curing himself with this fancy new gadget is what let hulking out cease for a couple years. This version of Donald Blake might be one of the party-loving Thor's descendants. The big fella could simply be generating a new body by magically cloning tiny bits of that smaller one's DNA during each summoning. Most likely, Banner believed Blonde Buddy Boy's bizarre story about that Norse super warrior right away, but didn't want it to be true because such junk means there might be unavoidable powered bad guys waiting around. This kind of scenario particularly sucks for him because it might mean his forest-shaded half could be truly necessary at some point. Thor's mighty nose could very well be capable of sniffing out places where his emerging/recalling can take place without witnesses. Something along the lines of air-lingering mystical hoopla which makes people not truly register whatever they see. There almost definitely weren't any security cameras in the lab because David claimed they interfere with groundbreaking invention function malarkey. Based on all this talk about mist and smoke, stored away Mighty Hammer's dormant soul must hang out in storm clouds whenever he's bodiless. Thor's incredible cab-hailing abilities might involve a little bit more than typical big jockey guy loud raw sort of stuff. That is, his sound whatnot concerned skill set is probably enabling him to make much clearer noises than the normal mortal. There wasn't much lab protection increasing happening following that first Mightiest Hero clash because the self-proclaimed Dr. Banyan merely passed the servers exploding off as some kind of simple 1 in a million electrical fluke. Splendid places you bring me, Blake. The guy must love locations with echo because of his deep association with volume-rooted whatever. The Trial of the Incredible Hulk. Banner's not gripping this shovel because he plans to brutalize this jackass. Guy's just checking if he's close to transforming. Matt might have elected to simply knock this falling shoebox or what have you away instead of completely catching it because doing that would actually cause more damage. Also, him crashing into this file-holding cube thingamajig may very well be part of some sort of performed daily, normal capability possessing blind person image strengthening ritual. Fisk, well-dressed robber goon's fancy attire must be part of his plan in the sense that he's going to tell press people these him-associated investors got screwed over by criminals once certain incomplete footage becomes publicly known. The prison-contained singing of "Everybody Needs Somebody Sometime" serves a dual purpose. The first intent is a mere distraction for any not Kingpin-employed guards, while secondly it's a signal for captured henchpeople to pass along this crowbar pipe shiv deal. This trial nightmare may have arisen from a lucid dreaming activation-seeking training regimen Banner went through in an attempt to work out his Hulk-creating anger issues. David blatantly main door utilizing while Matt sneaks in with ninja tricks via upper places is mostly some kind of deceitful double diversion deal. Also, the former could simply walk in through the front door by stating he's a paperwork-free physician under Wilson's payroll. Such things have got to be pretty common for this organization. Anyway, Daredevil getting in a fair bit of trouble could have very well triggered a Fury morph that makes Mr. beating everybody up with traditional martial arts far less attention-drawing than usual. This dramatic entrance during the fake fatality featuring film came about because Mr. Murdoch was waiting for the moment when those awfully amoral audience members' heartbeats went from suspensefully excited about future-changing possibility stuff to overwhelmingly relieved over their apparently inevitable increased crime production. Endings are a pain, but all of you are fantastic. See ya.